Hello, and welcome to The Joy Within, where we're eliminating negativity one thought at a time. I'm Kyle Greenfield, and I'll be your guide as we explore how to be calm, confident, and happy in our crazy modern world. Join us each week as we dive into some of the biggest ideas in spirituality and personal development. We'll learn what it takes to gain control of your own mind, master your mood, and navigate the many ups and downs along the way. Visit thejoywithin.org to get started so you can become the calm, confident, and happy person you truly deserve to be. Hello, and welcome back to the Joy Within's podcast. Today, I want to talk about why happiness matters, and hopefully help to motivate you to start prioritizing the way that you feel over the circumstances of your life. And the reason really is quite simple. Joy creates prosperity in any form that you can imagine. Your ability to tune into that joy, your own level of happiness, is the key to unlocking whatever it is that you want to be, do, or have in your life. This is absolutely 100% true. I've seen this phenomenon firsthand as it's worked wonders in my own life and also in the lives of thousands of my students. When you prioritize your happiness, everything begins to work itself out for you. It starts gradually at first, but as you make this shift, the shift towards focusing on your resonance, your inner energy, you will start to notice that everything in your life will begin to flow a little more easily for you. Toxic people start to drift away from you. You stop fretting over things that you can't control. You start to focus more clearly on what you really want, and you see new ideas and opportunities open up for you, and you become more passionate and more enthusiastic, more productive in the pursuit of those ideas. You'll find that as you pursue your own happiness, your relationships will grow stronger, you can earn more money, and your health will improve, all because you take the time to focus on your own happiness and well-being and prioritize it as the single most important thing in your life. So just take a minute to let that idea sink in, because if you're like most people, you might not have ever thought about it in this way. You might not have realized that your personal happiness is always the most important thing. Joy creates prosperity. When you prioritize your own happiness, life turns in your favor. Think about that. When you prioritize your own happiness, life turns in your favor. Reflect on this idea, meditate on it, and see what shifts within you as you do. I think you'll find it is the seed of a profound transformation. And if you're not sure, if you don't quite believe me yet, I want you to do a quick thought experiment. So imagine someone who's depressed and ask yourself, what are they doing? Most likely, they're not doing much of anything. Maybe they're sitting on the couch, watching TV, just eating junk food. If they're really depressed, they physically can't get up and go to work, or even get up and go outside sometimes. The more depressed they are, the less ability they have to move and engage with the world. Now, imagine someone who's successful, balanced, and well-rounded. And who comes to mind? Most likely, you're picturing someone who is fairly active. They probably enjoy what they do for work. They engage with others. They get up every day, and they provide some sort of value to the world around them. It is their energy, their joy, that allows them to be there for others and to feel satisfied and content in the process every single day. The difference between these two is happiness. Happiness is the determining factor. It is the ability to be present and to engage with the world, and it will guide you into a more meaningful life. And I can tell you, when this idea first clicked for me, when it truly profoundly clicked, it was like night and day. At this point in my life, I'd really been struggling. I had been struggling financially, I hated my work at the time, I was overweight, and I was also at the bitter end of a long-term relationship. And the thing is that at that point, I already had a meditation practice. I already read spiritual books. I already read personal development texts. I already went to seminars and watched videos on how I could improve myself. And I had already heard a lot about happiness and presence and inner energy, but it hadn't really sunk in. I didn't live those principles yet. Then, one day, I was meditating and everything just sort of clicked. It was like I had this massive download from the universe, and practically overnight, my whole world shifted. Life became more vibrant, and I started to feel true, genuine happiness every single day. And over the next few months, literally every single area of my life transformed. I stopped feeling stressed. I lost weight. I found a career that I love. And less than a year later, I even met my wife. And I can trace all of that, all of the good things in my life, I can trace back to the moment that I decided, once and for all, to prioritize my own happiness. I decided to focus on my inner natural joy. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that every aspect of my life has been perfect since that one day. And actually applying this idea, learning how to master your mood and raise your energy on command, is definitely a process. I always say that happiness is both a skill and a habit, and you will probably have some ups and downs along the way. But deciding to prioritize it, committing to putting your own energy first, that is always the first and most important step. All of the strategies, the tools, and the skills, those can always be learned. And I teach how to do them throughout Happiness University and really everything that I share here at The Joy Within. But ultimately, you have to make the decision. You have to decide to spend a few minutes every single day turning your attention inward, noticing your thoughts, and shifting yourself into a better state of mind. That is the only way to guarantee you will make permanent, lasting change and feel happy and joyful every single day. Everything else, all of the physical goals, everything that we want to manifest, the results we want to see, all of that will come. I've seen it over and over and over again. When you change your energy, you change your life. And the reason for that is really quite simple. And it's because when you make your inner shift first, you change the way that you experience the world. You start to see things in a new way. And as you do, you start to have new ideas. Your brain chemistry changes, and your mind kicks into a higher gear. I mean, you literally start to rewire the way that you think. You gain a higher sense of clarity, a higher sense of direction and purpose. And that means that you stop fighting against yourself. You stop beating yourself up about all of those random little things that come up throughout the day. That feeling is incredibly liberating. And as you leave behind those old negative thoughts, you'll find it becomes easier and easier to enter into a state of flow, which means you'll get more done in less time. So you stop feeling stressed, and you gain the ability to relax more fully and more completely, and to be more present with your friends and your family. It is a positive spiral that compounds and radiates outward, so that once you start down this path of joy, your happiness and the positive experiences that you have just keep on growing and growing and growing. It really is a new, profound way to live. Thanks for listening to today's episode. When you're ready to put these ideas to work in your own life, head over to thejoywithin.org and sign up for Happiness University. When you do, you'll have access to all of the tools and strategies you need to eliminate negative thoughts by tuning in to The Joy Within. You can follow a simple, step-by-step system to become the calm, confident, and happy person you deserve to be. Visit thejoywithin.org to get started today. And if you enjoyed today's podcast, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you love, because I think we can all use a little more joy in our crazy modern world.